Hey everyone, my name is Madhu and I'm a writing coach here at Rutgers Learning Centers. Today I'm going to be talking about quotes. Quotes are a really important part of your argument because it's what provides strong and supporting evidence for what you're trying to prove or talk about. That being said, it's pretty hard to figure out where, how, what you would do exactly to incorporate quotes in your essays. So take for example this question, and we're going to try and work through it to make it more answer the prompt and make it a better response in general. So my question is, what is Langston Hughes's view of black art? And a very rough sort of not so good answer to that would be this. Hughes does support black art because he states, an artist must be free to choose what he does, certainly, but must also never be afraid to do what he might choose. This isn't the greatest response to that question because you're just kind of stating yes or no. What you really want to do is analyze and truly incorporate that quote into your paper. So when I think about incorporating quotes, I kind of think about it like a sandwich. The first step would be to contextualize your quote, then actually insert your quote, and last, analyze to further prove your argument. So for step one is provide your reader a bit of background or context to help settle them into what you're going to be talking about. The second step of that quote incorporation would be to actually insert your quote. And it's really important that you follow the MLA or APA guidelines and make sure you're citing it correctly. This is the kind of meat of your quote sandwich. Lastly, and probably arguably the most important part of your quote is actually analyzing it after. You never really want to leave a quote dangling with no explanation of how it relates to your argument. So in the third and last step, you want to analyze, what does your quote mean? How can you explain what the author has stated in your own words? And what is your interpretation of this as relates to your argument? So here we've reworked this answer a little bit more, and it's a little bit lengthy, but you can see that it actually truly explains the quote as it relates to the paper. So what is Langston Hughes's view of black art? First, contextualize. In his essay, The Negro Artist and the Racial Mountain, Hughes discusses black culture and art in a white-dominated society. He supports the black artist in breaking free from conventional norms of art, but also argues for the importance of pride amongst the black community. You see how I'm giving a little bit of background into what I'm talking about before I actually insert the quote. The second piece is to actually put in the quote and follow proper guidelines. He states, an artist must be free to choose what he does, certainly, but he must also never be afraid to do what he might choose. And the third and most important part here would be to explain what Hughes is saying as relates to your argument and answering the question. While Hughes wants black artists to be free in their creative work, he also wants them to be unafraid in creating their own artistic standards. And it's really good to pull again from the quote in this third and final part to further explain what you're really trying to say. So here's a little bit of advice for incorporating quotes. Try and think about it in 3 steps: contextualize, insert the quote, and analyze. I hope this helps.